Hey there, my name's Andy, and some of you know me, some of you don't. So I'm a Scottish Gaelic learner, and I've been learning the language for about 4 years now. I started in April/May of 2020, and what I'm hoping to do with this new series of videos is to share some tips with you, where I'll be using both English and Gaelic in order to help other people to become fluent like I have. I've gone from 0 to fluent within about 3 or 4 years, and I'm not saying that to boast or anything, but using some of these methods that I'm going to be showing you, I hope that I'll be able to help other people to develop their fluency very quickly as well, to become more fluent in terms of understanding Scottish Gaelic, in terms of speaking it, and in terms of all 5 areas, and in no particular order. That's speaking, listening, reading, writing, and crucially, thinking in Gaelic. A lot of people don't think of that 5th one, but if you can think in a language, you can build sentences, and that will help you to become, if you can put sentences together, then you can speak and write the language fluently. You'll make mistakes here and there, but we iron those out as we go along. It was no different when I studied French and German at university back in the day. But having said that, you don't need to be able to speak another language other than Gaelic in order to learn Gaelic. Even if you only speak English, or whatever is your first language, you can still learn Gaelic, or any language, using these methods that I'll be showing. And as you can see, I'm on a website here called Learngaelic.scot, and I'll be saying more about that in a minute. I'll just turn my power on so that my battery doesn't die. But I do hope this is useful. And as we know, Scottish Gaelic is an endangered language in both Scotland and in Nova Scotia, where it's spoken in Canada. And using methods like the one that I'm going to show you is not going to build new Gaelic communities like they existed historically in places like Lewis and Harris and so on and so forth. But what it will do is it will add to the number of people who speak the language, both within Scotland and outside of Scotland. It's a +1, so to speak, when it comes to the numbers of people who are actively using this endangered language that we're all trying to keep alive. And in that respect, I do believe that what I'll be showing you in this video might be worth it and be helpful. So anyway, to come over to what we've got here on the screen, I've got a website here called Learngaelic.scot. Cannot recommend this website highly enough. There is a lot of learning material on here at all sorts of different levels. At A2, which is late beginner level, B1, B2, C1, they've probably got some A1 stuff as well. But we're at B2 here, which as you can see is upper intermediate. And with almost every video and every audio clip you get on this website, if I scroll down, you have the video or the audio clip, then you've got, just move that out of the way, you've got the Gaelic transcript, which is here, the English transcript, both, and a section sometimes on vocabulary, and also, I think you get to this, I can't remember how you get to the dictionary, but, it's here. Learngaelic.scot interfaces with a dictionary, which I have open here as well. So you've got everything you could need. So I cannot recommend this website highly enough. And what we're going to be doing tonight is we're going to be playing the first 30 seconds of this upper intermediate video, and we're going to be covering 3 of those 5 learning areas that I mentioned. The ones we're going to look at tonight are listening, writing, and reading. And admittedly, this exercise doesn't get you speaking it or thinking in the language, but I'll be covering those areas in other videos. And what I intend to do with this series of videos is present different options for improving your Gaelic. Some of the options you might like, others you might not like, but what's important is you find something that you do like and take it and run with it. And what we're going to be doing in this exercise, I have the audio. As you can see, the audio is 4 minutes and 28 seconds long on this video we're going to be using. I have it here, although I didn't mean to press play just then. And we're going to be playing the first 30 seconds again and again and again, and producing our own transcripts. This is a great exercise for training the ear, and if you can understand little segments of Gaelic perfectly, ultimately, then that will really help when it comes to understanding the language fluently, and obviously what you can understand you can then put back into your speaking. So even if this isn't a speaking exercise, it really will help your spoken as well. So yeah, the subject of this video is Imich aberst èirson Sìde. Imich aberst èirson Sìde, which in English, as we can see here, lots of phrases for good weather. Imich aberst sìde. Lots of phrases for good weather. This word imich is a lovely, beautiful Gaelic word. You follow it with the singular, which is why it's imich aberst instead of imich abersten. But anyway, so what we're going to do is I'll play the first 30 seconds and we'll see what it sounds like. Here we go.
Sicóra dh'aithghearr an DHEIDHINN de bhanat roinnean ar a Gàidhlig. Ha imich aberst éile annar son Sìde. Sma an chóra an dh'aithghearr bhil sgrìobhadh ionnsachadh fatas.
Bhil sgrìobhadh ionnsachadh fatas. Cóthra mhath Sìde. Ha sinne gíse de gúine na de gúine go bhfuil Sìde mhath a ráit. Na I hagríonna dul fóa. I'll
stop it about there. So if we take just the first 30 or so seconds, I found some of that quite difficult to understand because I'd still put my Gaelic at sort of B2 slash, B2 getting into C1 level. Maybe you found it easy, maybe you didn't. But what we'll do is I'll play it one more time and then we're going to take it apart. Here we go.
Sicóra dh'aithghearr an DHEIDHINN de bhanat roinnean ar a Gàidhlig. Ha imich aberst éile annar son Sìde. Sma an chóra an dh'aithghearr bhil sgrìobhadh ionnsachadh fatas.
Bhil sgrìobhadh ionnsachadh fatas. Cóthra mhath Sìde. Ha sinne gíse de gúine na de gúine go bhfuil Sìde mhath a ráit.
So we'll stop it there. Right, so there's definitely some stuff in there that I'm not getting at the moment, and this is good. This is exactly what we want. So I'm going to have to play it certain bits several times so I can really, think, what the hell are they saying, kind of thing. But it's not them, of course, it's me. I need to learn. So let's take just the first few seconds. Here we go.
Sicóra dh'aithghearr an DHEIDHINN.
I got that bit. So we'll come over to Word here. Sicóra, and I think it was dh'aithghearr. Oops, spell that correctly. Sicóra dh'aithghearr. So, Cora means sign. So, it's a sign of good weather. And then she says, it's a sign of good weather when blah blah blah. Sicóra dh'aithghearr. I believe this is Learngaelic we're listening to. She's a BBC reporter. So, very, very good Gaelic, of course. Sicóra dh'aithghearr. Let's play it again. Double check that. Where am I? Here I am. There we go.
Sicóra dh'aithghearr an DHEIDHINN.
Yeah, I'm happy with that bit. Sicóra dh'aithghearr. So let's play the next bit and see if we can get the... I found the next bit a bit more difficult.
Sicóra dh'aithghearr an DHEIDHINN de bhanat roinnean ar a Gàidhlig.
Okay, I got some of that. The next bit was Anjay. So just for clarity's sake, you wouldn't usually do this, but I'm going to put a comma in here. And I think it was Anjay Gana. Another way of saying this is Asjay door. It's Asjay door whatever. So for example, if you said Asjay Ron and Sharma Argo. For example, so this means Asjay Ron and Sharma Argo Rain Callum Ghàidhlig, which means after I left the room, literally after me leaving the room, but after I left the room, Callum smiled. So that's where Ely is going with this. She's saying Asjaygo or Anjaygo, and as you know, if you have do plus the article an, then it becomes don, or another way of writing it is gan, which I believe is what she's saying. So Sicóra dh'aithghearr Anjay. So it's a sign of good weather after what? Let's find out. So back to the start. But you can see what we're doing here. We're already repeating it and it's getting into our heads.
Sicóra dh'aithghearr an DHEIDHINN de bhanat roinnean ar a Gàidhlig.
Right, there's something in there I'm not getting. Anjay something something something, and then it's a croch. Gàidhlig. So after something has hung on the moon, and something 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 Gàidhlig. So something is hanging on the moon, or if you look at the moon, something's hanging on it. Now I might be completely misunderstanding this at this point, and well, thinking in English, what's a sign of good weather if you see something in the moon? Now, if I were a bit smarter when it comes to, you know, old tales of, you know, what good weather is and what isn't, I'd know this. I'd think, yeah, I know what it is in English, so this is what they must be saying in Gaelic. But sometimes I have my moments when it comes to not being so smart. We all do. So let's listen again. But I think it's Sìde and dh'aithghearr something a roinnean i Gàidhlig. So let's give it another crack. Right, I think she's saying something in the genitive. Something of something. Let's play it again. Vanage. Vanage? Let's use the dictionary. I think what I'm hearing is this. Vanage. Or it could be this. But that's not bringing up any results in the dictionary. Could it be this? Vanish? Vanas? Wifehood? No, I don't think that's correct in the context, is it? Manas? No, that's manas, it's not that. Let's try again. This is good though, because you can see what I'm doing here. I'm challenging my own Gaelic to try and figure out what this bit is. Again. Achug? Is that what she's saying? It sounds like achug vanich, but that's not correct. Let's have another go. Gàidhlig and dh'aithghearr. If worst comes to worst, we can always check the Learngaelic.scot transcript here. And then once I read it, I'll be kicking myself thinking, ah, dang it, why didn't I know that? Let's have another go though. Try again. Vanach. No. Now, if you get to this point where you literally can't get that bit, then let's check the transcript. Shikora is dh'aithghearr nangeigh-achad idh-vonich-achad. Bloody hell. Is she really saying all of that in that short space of time? Let's have a look again. Again, it's not her, it's me. I need to learn, right? But Shikora is dh'aithghearr nangeigh-achad. Well, that means that's another way of saying the following. Nangeigh-achad. I'll copy that bit. If you managed to. This comes from this. So chai agam. That doesn't mean I went. Chai agam ri means I managed to. I think it's chai agam ri. Or is it chai agam idh? Yeah, sorry, it's chai agam idh. Va agam ri means I had to do something. Chai agam idh blah 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 a means I managed to do something. Therefore, in the future, Heach agam idh, I will manage to do something. And in theory, rachig agam idh. So nan rachig agam idh, if I managed to do something. But nangeigh-achad is like another way of saying that. So it wasn't dh'aithghearr. I got that completely wrong, but that's okay. Nangeigh-achad. Now, I'll be honest, I never use this when I speak Gaelic, but that's because I went through the classical, modern way of learning the language, where this wasn't really taught. But, you know, leughadh, who, I don't know much about her, but my guess is that she either grew up speaking Gaelic or Gaelic is her first language. You know, maybe she spoke it before she spoke English. If she uses it, then obviously it's something we should learn, even if we don't actively use it in our speaking. So, nangeigh-achad idh-vonich-achad roinnean i Gàidhlig. Okay, so we'll take this. Well, let's play it once more. I'll take it first. So I got roinnean i Gàidhlig, but I couldn't get that bit in the middle. Let's have a look. So, Shikora is dh'aithghearr nangeigh-achad idh-vonich-achad a roinnean i Gàidhlig. And you don't need i Gàidhlig twice. Okay, so now let's play it again. And this time, using that, we should be able to understand it.
Sicóra deoigh haun and Ghàidhlig the vanach chrochu get a Gàidhlig. Ha imig aber
I don't actually think acad is even in there at all. I think it's just idhavonich. Let's play it once more. But this is very hard to get, for my level anyway.
Sicóra deoigh haun and Ghàidhlig the vanach chrochu get a Gàidhlig.
I mean, that vanach, yeah, now I should have got vanach because it's like bonich, but just pronounced slightly differently. Sicóra is deoigh haun and Ghàidhlig idhavonich acad a crochu get a Gàidhlig. So this means it's a sign of good weather if you would manage to hang your hat on the moon or something like that. Let's see what the English translation is. Yeah, it's a good sign or a sign of good weather if you can hang your bonnet on the moon. Okay, now some of you may have got that bit ahead of me. I didn't because maybe I'm a bit too literal. But yeah, that was actually very hard. But Sicóra is deoigh haun and Ghàidhlig idhavonich a crochu get a Gàidhlig. Let's see how it carries on.
Ha imig aberst eile aaners on Sìde.
Yeah, so ha imig aberst eile an. That reminds us of the title. Ha imig aberst eile an. There are many other sayings, so that bit we got a bit more easily. Let's go back a wee bit.
Sicóra deoigh haun and Ghàidhlig the vanach chrochu get a Gàidhlig. Ha imig aberst eile aaners on Sìde va.
Oh, that's easy. Airson, Sìde, because it's feminine, it's va. If it were masculine, it'd be ma, but it's feminine, so it's va. So, ha imig aberst eile an airson Sìde va. That I got. And maybe the reason I didn't get this is because if this is a saying, nan Ghàidhlig idhavonich a crochu get a Gàidhlig, then obviously that wasn't known to me, so that's why I didn't get it. But so far, we've made it through 10 seconds of 30 seconds. Let me just have a look at the time. Within 20 minutes, which is roughly how long I want this video to be, we won't manage the whole 30 seconds, but let's see how much further we can get.
Sma and chora an dh'aithghearr.
Sma, so isma, something is good. You can also write it this way. Sma and chora is, so the sign of something is good.
The vanach chrochu get a Gàidhlig. Ha imig aberst eile aaners on Sìde va. Sma and chora an dh'aithghearr.
Okay. Dh'aithghearr. Hang on. I think she said this, didn't she? The winter weather. Sma and chora an dh'aithghearr. Let's have another listen.
Imig aberst eile aaners on Sìde va. Sma and chora an dh'aithghearr.
Oh, howdy. Okay. So summer weather. Dh'aithghearr. Go back a wee bit.
Imig aberst eile aaners on Sìde va. Sma and chora an dh'aithghearr. Cleachdadh ionnsachadh ha.
But now it's something like dòigh-ionnsachaidh. Dòigh-ionnsachaidh, there we go. Yeah, dòigh-ionnsachaidh, like a red beam of light or something. I'd heard of dòigh-ionnsachaidh before, but yeah, dhearg. So it's mhath and chora dh'aithghearr. So basically this is a sign of good. Yeah, so dòigh-ionnsachaidh, a red beam of light, is a good sign of summer weather. Dòigh-ionnsachaidh. Let's go back to here.
Howdy, dòigh-ionnsachaidh ionnsachadh.
I think it might be this. Gen of the fad as. Let's listen to that again.
Sma and chora an dh'aithghearr. Dòigh-ionnsachaidh ionnsachadh.
I'm pretty sure that's correct. So a good sign of summer weather is a red beam of light from, I'm assuming, from the sun that's far away or something. Let's double check the English. Well, firstly, let's check the Gaelic here. So, it's mhath and chora dh'aithghearr. Dòigh-ionnsachaidh ionnsachadh. Yeah, I got it right. Good. So there we go. It's mhath and chora dh'aithghearr. Dòigh-ionnsachaidh ionnsachadh. There we go. Word perfect. So what does it mean? Let's check the English. It's a good sign of summery weather if there is a red gleam of the far-off light. Okay, so yeah, solace, because grian, of course, is the word for sun. So it wasn't sun, it was light. Okay, remember that one. But let's go back. So there, we haven't managed to do 30 seconds. Okay, because the first bit was pretty hard and I had to rack my brain. But we've just understood 15 seconds of Gaelic fluently in 20 minutes. And you can take this method and go as far as you want with it, you know. And what I like to do is, once I've mastered a certain amount of the clip, I like to play that just when I'm out and about, you know, in the bus or, well, mainly in the train in my case, or wandering around Glasgow, really to get it into my head. And there are various ways you can do that. You can bring up this page, or there is a way to find the audio file if you've got the technical know-how to do so. But obviously I only ever use it for my purposes of learning, because it belongs to Learngaelic.scot. But let's have one more listen.
Sicóra dheoighearr haun an DHEIDHINN de bhanaitse chrochu ar a Gàidhlig. Ha imig aberst éile ánir son Sìde bhith. Sma an chóra an dh'aithghearr ghàidhlig-sa an tholas sa fatas.
And then in this next bit, we've got a man speaking. I've run out of time for that one today, but this is video one in, as I say, a long series of videos I'll be making to help you sharpen your Gaelic. So what we've done here is we've done a listening exercise, a writing exercise, and I've explained a bit of grammar as we've gone along, and a reading exercise. So let's just check the grammar here. So Sicóra is dheoighearr. Yeah, that's correct, because Sìde gets lenited after Joe, a haun. Nan dh'aithghearr, alright, we had to look this bit up, idh vonich idh Gàidhlig. And it's Gàidhlig, feminine, which is why it is Gàidhlig, dative. In the dative case, you slenderise it with the I, so idh Gàidhlig. Sorry, and of course you lenite it, excuse me. So you lenite it and you slenderise it, because it's idh is one of many prepositions in the Gaelic that takes what's called the dative case. And another example would be, well, if you had ionnsachadh, it would be the same thing. Another one would be fón Gàidhlig, below the moon, and things like that. Yeah, ha imig aberst, imig, as I say, great word, followed by the singular. Imig aberst illa airson Sìde. Yeah, va, because it's feminine. Sma an chóra, because it's masculine, I'm hoping anyway. Ethan Sìde hauri, dòigh-ionnsachaidh as. Now you might have some questions about the grammar here, but grammar is something that's slightly separate and apart from this. But let's have a read through. Sicóra, with my best Gaelic pronunciation here. Sicóra is dheoighearr haun nan dh'aithghearr idh vonich chrochu idh Gàidhlig. Ha imig aberst illa airson Sìde. Isma an chóra is an Sìde hauri dòigh-ionnsachaidh in a tholas a hafad as. So you can even practice speaking it as well, if you really want to. But yeah, I hope that you found this interesting, and give it a try yourself using a website like Learngaelic.scot at your own level. Thank you very much for watching. Feel free to leave any comments, any feedback, any ideas you might have for future videos. I'll be back soon with another one. Until then, Leis agus, Joe. Try and get this right. Joe dh'aithghearr. I wish you a pleasant rest of the evening. See you later. Take care.